In 2019, how much do you think that Instagram made?
Like money.
Billions.
Yeah, how
Billions,
many
for
billion?
sure. Over 5?
Yeah.
Maybe not over 10.
What about you?
There's a lot going on, so I'd say like 12 billion, 12 billion. 13.
All right, so it was 20 billion in 2019. Pretty crazy, pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Do you think social media benefits your guys' lives?
Makes it worse.
Makes it worse?
Yeah,
How do you think it makes it worse?
Dude, it's just, makes a lot of, like, the new generations and all that, makes them less social, less, like, face-to-face social, dude. You go around, you see everybody just glued to their phones,
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
social media, dude.
Heck yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
you?
it's definitely a way to get people together, but at the same time, it could be a very negative thing.
Yeah.
Just a lot of people are just really mean. So it's like
Right.
someone will post one thing and it ruins one person's life, and or someone will post something and a whole bunch of people, everyone's sensitive these days, so someone will get offended and it just grows and grows and grows.
Right.
So it could be both ways, good and bad.
How many hours a day do you guys think you spend on your phones or social media
much.
in general? How many? Yeah.
Way too much, dude.
Probably I'd say 4 or 5 hours
4
out of the day.
at least, yeah.
Because you're in between whatever you do, you're always
Yeah.
on your phone after eating,
Yeah.
after you wake up, before you go to bed.
Right.
So
I definitely catch myself, like, last thing I do at night is like go on my phone, put it down, fall asleep, wake up, back on my phone again.
you're just,
Right.
what's going on?
What's
you know?
new?
Yeah.
So this is a statistic going around, and it says that the youth of today are spending 7.5 hours a day on their social media or screen time. And when you add that up, that's 114 days out of the year. What do you guys think about that?
It's a complete waste of a life, dude.
I would have never thought it was that
Waste
many
life.
days, because
Yeah.
that's definitely how many hours I never realized.
Too
Yeah,
much,
that's a lot
man.
of-
Too
a lot of
much.
days.
So if let's say you added those 114 days up over like 10 years, it's a lot of time. What do you think you guys could accomplish with all that time, that free time that you would be spending on social media? What do you think you could accomplish?
I'd be the new Elon Musk.
Elon Musk?
Like, I'd be a freaking billionaire, dude. Like,
There you go.
I'd go to college, do all kinds of cool shit. So
Probably do
about
so
you?
much more. I could probably go to the gym more,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like, instead of
yeah, dude.
sitting on my
It
phone.
really
watching
is. It's
YouTube.
like ruining, the generations to come.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it
it
is,
really
yeah.
is.
Heck yeah.
For sure.
What social media do you guys spend most of your time on?
Instagram,
Instagram?
Snapchat, yeah.
Snapchat,
Yeah.
TikTok.
I've gotten better at it though. Like I've deleted Twitter. Sometimes I'll delete Instagram or whatever, just because I just gotta get away from it, dude.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta get off it for a little while.
Right,
But
yeah.
Instagram for sure.
Yeah, I deleted all my social medias, and I was able to pick up rock climbing. I got in the gym way more. I just became super confident because I wasn't worried about what everyone was saying constantly. So, do you think you guys will continue to try and limit how
Yeah.
much you're using it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I think it's after telling me those statistics. Like, I think I think I definitely have to limit it. Like, it's gotta, I could do so much more. than
Right.
just
Me
sit
and
on
him are
TikTok
smart
all
though.
day.
Like we're
Yeah, you
pretty
guys seem
smart
super
kids.
smart.
Like like this whole new generation and all that. It's going downhill. And I
Right,
think a lot of it
right.
has to do with social media, dude. Like
Yeah.
you don't see a lot of facts on social media. Like the whole political thing and all that. Like it's super opinionated for sure.
Do you think people live like fake lives on social media?
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Not even just like.
Go on Tinder, dude.
Yeah.
Go on Tinder, man. Like
yeah.
there's a girl who looks like a model. Her name's Alex, but really it's some dude named Jeffrey in his mom's basement. Like,
Yeah.
no, man.
Yeah.
Everything's fake on social media, dude. It's all fake.
Right.
Everybody filters everything, dude. It's all fake, man. Like,
Do you ever find yourselves like kind of getting sad or depressed like after being on Instagram or Facebook and looking at everyone else's fake lives and how good they are? And
Yeah.
do you ever feel like you're missing out on that kind of stuff?
I mean, I even find myself like, you see all these famous people and celebrities and all that, like their clothes, this and that. You see it all on social media, and you think like, damn, like I really want to be that. I really want
That guy's got it all. That
Yeah,
girl's
he's got it all,
dude.
dude. But that's like the images that everybody wants on their Instagram, dude. It's like,
Right.
it's completely different from what you see in real life.
Right.
Like you can meet someone in real life and then see their Instagram and be like, oh my god, like that's nothing.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that person is,
Right.
So yeah, dude, it's really fake, man.
It
It's
is,
super
it
fake.
is. How much do you think Instagram made in 2019?
I would say somewhere around $1 billion.
Billion?
I'd guess.
35 million.
35 million? What was if I told you guys it was 20 billion?
I would believe you.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, next question. Let me just look it up here. Do you think social media benefits your life?
In a lot more ways than it does hinder.
Okay. You?
A little bit. I feel like what's going on social media right now is just a bunch of comparing yourself to others, which is not good. But the information can be vital, but false news and whatever. So
Yeah,
a little bit.
And what do you guys spend most of your time on, like social media wise? Like what app or whatnot?
I think I probably spend most of my time on like Instagram. I just look at memes and stuff. That's mainly my.
Twitter. Twitter's funny.
What kind of things do you read on Twitter?
It's memes. So I don't really pay attention to the news because people give out false information again.
Yeah.
But it's just funny content, just for something to relax to.
So do you think you overuse your phones in any way, like amount of time wise?
Definitely. I would definitely say it's like a constant thing. Like a lot of people use it, and it's like kind of like an addiction, but like we definitely like some people just don't have anything else to do. So yeah, I would say so.
And how many hours a day do you think you overuse it?
Probably like 12 hours, just pure screen time. Not even if I'm like really doing it, just to look at my phone, just like 12 hours, I would assume. So.
And what about you? How many hours a day do you think you overuse your phone, if you overuse your phone?
My iPhone told me I average about 10 hours screen time, which I figure out was a lot, so I try to cut back on my phone.
Yeah. So I saw a statistic that the youth of today are using their phones on average 7.5 hours a day. And if you add that up over the entire year, that's 114 days out of the year. What do you guys think about that?
That's a third of a year, basically, right? Yeah,
Right.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
That is a lot of time.
That's it's amazing when you think about it.
Yeah.
How much time you look at your phone.
What do you guys think you could do with that time? If instead of using social media or being on your screens, what do you think you guys could achieve if you had that 114 days out of the year to do something with it? What you first?
I mean, I could probably become like a doctor. It's not putting that much time in like on my phone. If I was putting that into like becoming like a doctor, like honing a craft, I could be like full time right now. Yeah. So yeah.
I probably wouldn't be this size. I'll probably be more in the gym working out, improving myself.
Yeah. Do you guys think that you should be using your social media, your screen time less, just overall?
I think I don't know if I'd say less. I feel like a lot of people could use it more productively.
Okay, more productively.
Like if it was like
I
a
like
business like a business thing, and you were like making contacts and you were doing stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely would see a point in that. But some people just look at their phone. There's just nothing else to do. So
I like that. What about you?
Yeah, more productiveness because, being on your phone can be escaping from reality sometimes good for your mental health.
Right.
But, when you're just out there doing nothing bored, you look at your phone, maybe go read a book, go do homework or something, go work out instead of looking at your phone for 45 minutes and one time. So
do you guys ever just find yourself like unconsciously like opening up your phone and going to Instagram or whatever and just like scrolling through? Like unconsciously, just open it up.
Definitely, like, just something to do. Sometimes you just wake up at 3 a.m. You're just like, all right, what do I do? Let me just look at something,
Yeah. What about you?
No, I tried cutting that out. I turned off my notifications, which helped me a lot.
Okay.
So I didn't see, like, the red dot there when to look at it, so I tried stopping that.
Perfect. Question number 1. How much you think Instagram made in 2019?
2019?
Yep.
Oh, more than 30 million.
Yep. Well, what would you say if I told you it was 20 billion?
Oh yeah, I believe you.
Yeah. Is that crazy?
Hell yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Do you ever find yourself just scrolling through Instagram, or do you ever find yourself just opening your phone and then like, unconsciously being on Instagram or whatnot?
Supposed to be texting somebody and go straight to Instagram.
Yeah, without even knowing.
Yeah.
Would you say you overuse your social media, your screen time?
Oh yeah, most of my screen time goes straight to social media, most definitely.
Yeah. How many hours a day on average do you think you are on your screen or on social media?
I say I contribute about 8 hours to TikTok.
Yeah.
And about,
TikTok's a huge one.
Yeah, and if I'm on my phone about 12 hours a day, 10 of it's been on social media.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Do you think that do you want to limit how much you're on social media and on your screen?
I think about it, but then I see a funny video and just got to keep swiping.
Yeah. What do you think you could accomplish if you limited or got rid of your social medias?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll probably get more schoolwork done.
Yeah. A little more school. Yeah. What if I told you on average the youth of today are using their phones 7.5 hours a day, and that's 114 days out of the year? What would you say now? If you had 114 days of free time that you could use to do whatever you want, what do you think you could accomplish with your life?
A lot. I'll probably get a bachelor's in a year.
There you go. So here's a really controversial one. Do you think people live like fake lives on social media?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, especially with a lot of people being catfished and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's weird, man. You could be whatever you want or whoever you want on social media.
Right. Do you think that people generally just post things that are positive in their life, or like trying to make their life the best possible to everyone else when really maybe it's not the best?
Yeah. A lot of people like to live lives through social media. A lot of people like to be trolls through social media and make other people's lives worse, but it all depends on how you use it.
Have you ever just gotten sad after going through your social media and seeing other people and like feeling fear of missing out or whatnot?
Yeah, I see. I missed out on a couple of trips, not last year because coronavirus, but the year before, and it got me a little bit down. I was like, I could have went on that trip, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah. On average, how much do the youth of today use their phones? Like in hours a day?
But like 6 out of 24 hours.
6 out of 24?
Probably like 8 out of 24, yeah.
All right, so on average, they're spending 7.5 hours a day on their phones. And if you add that up, that's 114 days out of the year. How much you guys think you spend on your phones?
Probably around that, like
Around
110.
Probably.
Yeah. If you guys were able just to get rid of that social media time and make it whatever time you wanted, what would you guys spend that 114 days a year on?
Definitely making some money, getting a job.
Getting some money, getting some job, that's good.
Sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
All right, okay. What's your guys' app of choice or social media of choice?
TikTok.
TikTok's come up, right?
Yeah, same.
So I have some statistics on Instagram. How much do you think Instagram made in 2019?
Like 1 billion. 1 billion, 2 billion.
Yeah, probably.
What if I told you guys it was 20 billion?
That's an amazing amount.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Pretty crazy. Let me ask you a couple more questions here. Do you guys think that social media benefits your lives?
Yeah, keeps you social, keeps you updated with everything that's going on.
Do you think that it kind of limits personal social interaction? It's more like on the phone through the screen or whatnot, especially with COVID and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how often do you guys hang out with friends?
I hang out with friends a lot.
Yeah, often?
Yeah.
Would you say the same?
Yeah. Our friends are over there.
Oh. All right, what's the first thing you guys do when you wake up in the morning? Like, eyes are open, what do you do?
Look at my phone.
Look at your phone.
Look at my phone.
Look at my phone. Yeah, we heard that a lot. What about when you're going to sleep? Before you close your eyes, what are you doing?
Turn on my TV.
Turn your TV?
Just lay down.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Watching YouTube on my phone, yeah.
YouTube on the phone. Have you guys ever gotten like sad or had fear of like missing out or whatever after being on social media, Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple times.
What about you?
Kinda, yeah, not really.
No, not really. What do you do to remedy that? You're seeing all your friends are doing all this stuff, you're missing out.
Just go hop on the game.
Hop on the game? You play a lot of games? Heck yeah. Awesome. Well, that's all I have. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Heck yeah. So, question number 1. Do you think you overuse your phone?
Yes, absolutely, but I also don't know a person at my age that doesn't.
Right. All right. Do you think that makes it right, though?
I wouldn't say yes. I mean, for example, I know that blue light is harmful to your eyes and that kind of thing.
Right.
I think generationally you'll have a different kind of problem that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't say that it's wrong. As kind of that's how we're moving forward, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way to move forward at this point, right?
Yeah.
You know, you've got people like social media influencers.
Right.
I mean, kids see them and that kind of thing, so it's just sort of how we move forward now.
Right. What's your social media of choice? What kind of social medias do you have?
Personally, I prefer Instagram more than anything else. That's what I use.
Yeah.
I think as a conversational, like a messaging type of app, Snapchat is king.
Yeah.
I mean,
when did you get Snapchat? How long ago?
I probably got Snapchat right around 2012.
Me too. Yeah, I was in like middle school or something, like pretty
and,
early.
And that's when I started using it. I mean, I had it before then, but I never actually used it. But I would say that's kind of where I was at. I was right in that time, and I got I made friends, and everybody was using it. I was like, hey, cool. And now it's sort of just stuck, you know.
Right. Do you know that on average the youth of today are spending about 7.5 hours a day on their phones? Did you know that?
I did know that actually. I ended up like working at a kid's school, and now everybody has like an iPhone 11. And,
Really, that young? Yeah.
And it's like, it's ridiculous, but they're always on them. And it's not better because now kids are learning on iPads and that kind of thing.
Right.
So they're always on it. It's not like it's going away.
So if you add up those 7.5 hours every day, it turns into about 114 hours a year, or 114 days a year, sorry. What would you do with your extra 114 days a year?
There's a couple things I do, I suppose. You know,
Would you improve yourself? Like, what would you do with it? Or would you just continue using social media?
I travel personally. I think travel is awesome, and you know, you always improve yourself every day. Every day is a grain of sand in the bucket of life, so to speak, right?
Right.
But yeah, I'd improve myself in some way, if not travel and that kind of thing.
Very good. Do you think social media is going to become more and more of a problem, or just screen time in general for Generation Z and the more we grow up?
Yes, absolutely. I think that Gen Z is sort of, for lack of a better way to say it, shot in the butt, right?
Right.
They're growing up in a time where, I mean, they don't get to go outside because of COVID, and they don't get to go outside to do this or do that, right?
Would you say COVID's kind of potentiated this like technology, like being kind of away from everyone?
I would say yes. It started to happen with the real rise of like online video games and and watching YouTube and that kind of thing. And now it's sort of hitting its stride because we're sitting there and we're having to do meetings on Zoom, and we're having to do this, we're having to do that, and it's just sort of not going away. It just continues to get more and more screen time.
No, I totally agree. Do you know how much Instagram made in 2019?
I do not. I'd be willing to bet probably upwards of 300 million.
What would you say if I told you it was actually 20 billion?
I'd believe that. I know that Facebook. I know Facebook and Twitter combined just lost 52 billion last week.
Yeah. The controversy of, I don't know.
Banning the president and doing all that kind of thing.
That's right. So in regards to like the younger generation of today, what advice would you give them in regards to maybe social media and whatnot?
Anything that you post never actually goes away.
That's pretty good.
If you think you're going to be cool and post something that makes you edgy, or I'm a badass, right? You're not.
Right.
like the people that are don't do that. I mean, so don't post something stupid. It follows you.
So do you think social media benefits you and benefits your everyday life?
Not necessarily. I think it's sort of like a creature comfort type of thing. I think it's a good way to connect to people. So in that way, yeah, I mean, it's a good way to like, hey, look at this thing I thought. I thought it was funny. Let's talk about it, right? I think that's awesome. But at the same time, do I think it's like the only possible direction to go? No, of course not. I mean, you can sit and have a conversation with somebody. It's not a big deal.
Right. Exactly. What's one of the first things you do? Like as soon as in the morning, what is the first thing you do? You open your eyes.
Usually I turn off my alarm, which is on my phone. But usually I go right to email, and then I go on Snapchat. So I usually have a couple of messages waiting and that kind of thing. But I mean, social media is one of the first things I see when I wake up.
What about when you go to sleep? Before you close your eyes, what are you doing?
Other than sort of like wrestling my dog off of me a little bit, usually I'm watching an episode or two on Netflix, and then I'm crashing.
Okay, very good. Have you ever gotten sad after going on social media, whether it's like your feed for Instagram or Facebook or anything like that?
Usually when there's some sort of national tragedy, right? But I mean, otherwise, if I see a sad video, I don't think much of it, right? But like if it's the bombing that was in Baghdad, right, where the bomb dropped, and you see the person that's in the wedding dress, and like that was sad. Right. That's a rough day.
Do you ever feel like you're missing out on things that everyone else is doing? Do you ever feel like you never have fear of missing out?
No. Never, not once.
No. That's good. That's about it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You have a good day.
Thanks, you guys too.
Yeah.